Hey, everybody. I hope that this is working. Um, I said that I would come on live because I wanted just to offer just a really awesome tool for helping kids to talk about their feelings. And I talked in the last video about why that can just be really powerful, why it can be helpful to kids, why it can be helpful to parents. And we want to help our kids during just any time, but really if there's a big change or a big transition or hard times, which is kind of all of what's happening right now, we just really want to help them talk about their feelings, because just expressing their feelings helps them to not be holding that inside. And then, not meaning to, but then that ends up discharging in some kind of behavior, or they end up holding it inside, and that can cause some of its own troubles. So anyway, so this is a great tool, and I use it all the time with clients, and I love it, and it makes a huge difference. So you can use this with young kids, you can use it with older kids. I think it's great for adults too, because it just helps us to have something concrete to hold. So I'm going to just show you. So I just made these. Let's see, kind of get that where you can see it. You can tell these are quite worn. So I just made these out of paper plates, and they're really simple. So this one is embarrassed and ashamed. You can keep it really simple to the 5 basic feelings, but I'm just going to show you what I've got. This is happy. This is tired. And that's, can you imagine what it would be like if our kids could just more easily tell us when they're tired, rather than, we realize after they're kind of having a meltdown or getting in trouble that they're basically really all that's going on is they're just pretty pooped. So, and that just helps us to meet their needs more. So, and it helps kids to understand themselves more too. So here's another one. Scared. Yeah, so just think about what that's like to maybe more easily be able to say that about what's happening now, to have a time to talk about that. Sorry, I'm having a hard time here. There you go. So rather than holding it in. Yeah, sad. And I'm going to put a link below that just, you can go online and you can get these great, there's just a ton of feeling sheets, where that's what I did. I just went to these feeling sheets and I just drew these based on what I saw. And I thought these were adorable and really relatable for kids and adults. Kind of fun. Mad, which kids really need to learn that mad feelings are just fine. We just need to learn how to channel that and express it in a way that doesn't get us in trouble. So here's anxious. And so a really helpful thing when you're doing these is just to, in fact, I would say just make sure you do this, is just talk about where you can feel that feeling in your body. And that's a really new thing. So for most of us, but that is the beginning of building emotional intelligence. So when we can listen to the early signals of how we're feeling that our body gives us. So, and the body doesn't lie. The body isn't full of all these shoulds, like I should feel this, I shouldn't feel this, all the cultural norms. No, the body just gives us raw data, basically. If I'm uncomfortable and my stomach is tight, I might be feeling kind of anxious. So, but the body is giving us signals all the time. If we can learn to listen and just help our kids learn to listen to those early signals. So I would just say one other thing that can help this to be really just so helpful, and helpful for the whole family, not just kids, is make sure you do it in a group. Make sure that every person in the family is talking about how they feel. So it's not like the kids get put on the spot, or, and just to really listen. Like if the kids are talking about their feelings, we just listen. There's a big pause. So there's lots of room for how they're feeling. And we really try to suspend teaching, advice giving, fixing, um, all of that, and just listen and maybe reflect back the feeling. Sounds like you're feeling really tired right now. And then just pausing. So anyway, so the last thing I would say is just if you can find a time during the day that just can be a regular sort of ritual for doing this, like maybe at the dinner table, or maybe as part of the bedtime routine, or maybe at breakfast. So whatever works for you and your family. But if you can develop just a rhythm of, that's when you all are talking about feelings. Rhythms are really helpful for us, knowing that there's a time and place when we are going to do certain things. I can settle into this. That's a time when I can talk about certain things. So anyway, so just using those feelings plates, I'll post a link below that you can use that you might like for older kids also. It'll have just some great links for flyers that have lots of different feelings that older kids might like, you might like as adults. So that's all I've got. I hope that was helpful. Be well, and hope to see you soon. Bye. I don't know how to turn this